Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the beginning of the week, technical analysis. As always, let me give a quick disclaimer before we get into it. This is not financial advice. Anything that I share during this analysis is for educational purposes only. I repeat, this is not financial advice. Any and everything that I share during this analysis is for educational purposes only. Cool beans? Cool beans. So, looking back at last week's analysis, I told you guys that I did not want to see the dollar breaking close above this daily fair value gap shaded in blue. And I told you that I would love to see it respect the lower end of that fair value gap and come back down to retest the monthly buy side liquidity. And that's exactly what we got last week with this move here down from Monday to Friday, from Monday to Wednesday. Fairly quick last week. The first half of the week, it was beautiful. So now, what I'm expecting, I want to just go ahead and take this fair value gap and move it to that fair value gap, clean it up a little bit, see what the high is, 626. And see what this low is. And there we have it. So I don't want to see us break back. Same thing as with last week. I don't want to see price breaking close back above this daily fair value gap. I will allow for it to reach up and run this uh consequent encroachment and even retest the top of the daily fair value gap. But I don't want to see price close above um the consequent encroachment and definitely not close above the upper level of the daily fair value gap. If we get it to respect consequent encroachment, that's even more bearish to the downside. If it retests this, if it retests the upper level of the daily fair value gap, we're still bearish, just not as bearish as we are if it was just to retest the consequent encroachment and continue lower. Cool beans? Cool beans. So yeah, I wanna see us do something like that. Come on down. Right? And this swing low, these equal lows right here is gonna be our first target. And then we're gonna want to see price dig down into this fair value gap. All right. So that's what I'm looking for out of the dollar going forward for the beginning of the week. Euro USD, of course, if I'm bearish, still bearish the dollar, then you know I'm still bearish Euro USD. Last week, you know, we was bullish. Euro USD, we wanted to see this swing high red, and we got it, right? Price gave us well over 100 pip move last week for Euro USD. So that played out lovely for us last week. And this week I want to see us pull back down into no lower than consequent encroachment of this inverted fair value gap, right? And I want to see us find support there, not breaking close below it, and continue high to come back up and run this swing high and maybe run these weekly PD array levels that we have here from um, January of this year. Cool beans? Cool beans. So it's going to be looking pretty much the same across the board for the pound and the New Zealand dollar. I want to see us respect this inverted fair value gap. I don't have it drawn out. I can for you right quick. This here. The prices roll back up through right here. and closed above it. See, it retested it here, but didn't close above it. This one gave us a nice, clean, aggressive candle through it and a close, right? So I will be looking to see if we get to pull back down into the fair value gap, but the pound is looking very bullish. So the pound might just go ahead and run these swing highs to go ahead and take out this monthly buy side liquidity here, right? And at least that's my bias of where I see price going. Cool beans, cool beans. Same thing with NZD USD. We don't really have a big daily fair value gap like we did for the pound and the euro. Yeah, it's still one there, right there. So, but I don't like it just because we have all this imbalance right here below it, along with this breaker, right? So we could, if I am going to buy NZD, if I was a buyer for NZD, I would be waiting for a price to come down into this area, at least consequent encroachment of this area down to here and continue higher, right? So that's where I would be buying from within this zone if I was looking to buy NZD USD, right? This is very good AMD setup here, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So, yeah, I definitely want to see NZD run these weekly PD array levels and get up here to this monthly buy side liquidity. Cool beans, cool beans. Last but not least, futures. I told you guys last week that I wanted to see ES and NQ run the all-time highs. We got that last week on Thursday, right? And I wanted to see us pull back down into Wednesday's discount PD array when price opened up um, this week, but instead we ramped back up to run that weekly sell side buy side liquidity again, right? And let me see that high is 349. Yeah, 348. So we didn't quite run that high, Thursday's high. So I still want to see ES pull back down into Wednesday's discount PD array. Now with NQ, NQ is looking very aggressive to the upside, right? And we did get a nice, decent pullback down to those Wednesday discount PD array levels. And then today gave us a nice bullish candle to the upside. So I will be looking for NQ to pull back down into the discount PD array of today's candle and continuing higher. But with ES, I'm looking for ES to pull back down into last Wednesday's PD array level, right? And continue higher. Because today's candle didn't show as much aggressiveness as NQ did, right? So let's see if ES still needs to come back down into this zone where these discount levels are at to collect some more liquidity before swinging higher to catch up with NQ. Cool beans. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting futures to be bullish this week with pullbacks to continue higher. So that'll pretty much wrap up the beginning of the week technical analysis. As always, if these analyses add any value to your lives, please like, share, and most of all, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps out a lot. If you're interested in joining my private Telegram group, visit precisionpipsllc.com and sign up for the silver package. With that being said, as always, I appreciate you guys coming out tonight, tuning in, getting this knowledge and empowering yourselves. Let your family and friends know you love them while they're still here, please. And as always, peace and love, everybody. You know.